What better way to start off the month of July, a month where we're going to be seeing record high prices for literally everything out there that we need to purchase, than by setting up my monthly budget. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael and welcome to another Budget With Me video. This time for the month of July. We have just crossed over into July. Today is actually July 1st at the time of recording this video. Just as a heads up, this month I have not been paid yet, so we're not going to be inputting pretty much any source of income. However, I do know what my side hustle income is going to be for this month. So I'll be able to input that. I have not received it yet, but we're not going to be seeing too much action on the income side of things this month. But I know quite a few of my expenses and we'll be punching in those and see how much capital, how much money I have to raise during the month of July to pay the bills. Okay, so the first thing you guys are probably going to notice, if I haven't done it already, I probably split the screen in half. I'm actually going to be recording this on my phone. I got a new phone and it works way better than my old one did. It's actually a little bit smaller, so hopefully that doesn't impact how this video is recorded. But I think it's just a better format maybe to be looking at the camera than to be off to the side like this and have to keep turning my head. But if you guys don't like it, just let me know. Anyway, let's start off by looking at paycheck number 1. Now, I've already mentioned for the month of July, it's July 1st right now. It is Friday, but I don't get paid this Friday. I'll be getting paid next Friday. So I haven't received any paychecks yet, so we're going to leave paycheck number 1 and paycheck number 2 empty. However, I am anticipating they will be around $2,100, hopefully a little bit more than that, give or take. It would be nice to see stuff moving into the summer months, especially because these summer months, my side hustle income is going to be on pause because school is not in session and it runs along with the school year. So it'd be nice to see these summer months, the regular paychecks for my regular job, working as an occupational therapist. It'd be nice to see these paychecks be hefty and thick. But we'll see. That's yet to be determined. So we don't have anything for paycheck 1 or paycheck 2. However, yesterday I finally gave myself a kick in the rear and completed the vouchers for my side hustle income, working per diem with a school district with occupational therapy with kids. And with that job, I actually know pretty much exactly what I'm going to be getting back in the form of pay. It does take a few weeks once you submit the voucher to actually receive the paychecks. But for the month of July, I'm getting paid actually quite a bit. And I'll share with you guys in just a second what that number is going to be. The reason why it's going to be so high is because I didn't submit a voucher for May, and I just submitted my voucher for June. So those 2 months combined is going to equal this number right here. We are going to be seeing a number very, very, very close to $3,000. That's a huge number for me for my side hustle income. Obviously, it's skewed because it's technically 2 months combined. May was something like $1,600 for the total amount of visits I completed, and June was a little bit less than that. It was like $1,400, which is still nice. That was like my highest record side hustle income paycheck prior to May. So $3,000, I'm putting it both in the planned and actual income side of things because that's what I should be receiving. Moving it down to the miscellaneous category, don't really have anything that's going to be going here this month. I don't have a birthday or anything unless people just send me money, I'll put that in there very happily. If you guys want to send me money, I'm just kidding. Moving on down to cash back, and here's a question for my fellow budgeters and viewers. If you guys use credit cards to receive cash back, or you use credit cards to receive any type of rewards, do you cash those out on a monthly basis? Do you wait till they're at a certain threshold before you cash them out? Do you even cash them out in the form of cash back, or you do use it for travel points? I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about that, because for me, I've just always cashed it out as cash back once it hits like $50. I know I'm well over $50 because I had a sign-on bonus with my recent Chase Freedom Flex card. Go ahead and write that in the comments below if you feel comfortable sharing what you use your credit card's rewards for. So that's going to leave us with a total income, if everything goes according to plan, for the month of July of $7,200. And that looks really high. Remember, it's skewed because I have 2 months of side hustle income. However, I do think for the month of August, I'm going to be receiving 3 paychecks with my regular job. So that might balance things out a little bit. Because you guys know I'm on a journey to get $15,000 by September. So supposedly when this deferment is supposed to end, I did hear the other day that the CARES Act is supposed to be over with, I think at the end of August. So it'll be interesting to see if that impacts at all the deferment. Moving on to this blue column here, the sinking funds. I've explained this before. I use sinking funds to save payments for potential expenses in the future, such as you guys can see for vacation, Christmas, and family. I'll be honest with you, I haven't touched these too much recently. We did dip into the vacation fund this past June. So I'm going to reduce this down. I think it's now at, I think it went back down to 150. Hopefully this doesn't mess everything up. But it did go down to 150. And if you're asking yourself what this save payment category is, if you haven't seen this channel or me before, I'm saving payments for my government student loans because they are in deferment. I just mentioned that. And so far I have a total saved, well, this isn't correct because now I have a total saved of $9,000. As you guys may have seen, that video I posted about being able to add another $3,000 for the month of June. I'll link that in the description, and there might be a bubble floating up here in the corner of the screen somewhere. So I'm up to $9,000 saved for my government student loans, and I plan this month on contributing $3,000 once again towards my saved payments, hoping to hit $15,000 by the time September rolls around. Everything else is business as usual. I try to put $50 towards vacation, Christmas, and family each month. That's so if an expense comes up in those categories, I have a little bit of money saved up for that, and it doesn't dip into my budget too bad. The next and last part, and kind of the other side of the coin to budgeting here, is to look at expenses. So we've looked at income. We've kind of looked at expenses from a saving perspective. Now we're going to look at expenses in terms of what monthly bills I have, how much those are going to be, and how much they've risen since last month, and even just looking at last year around this time. So sinking funds, we just talked about those. If we add all that up, those 3 categories, vacation, Christmas, and family, that's going to equal $150 per month. I plan on doing that. I haven't actually done it yet, so I should maybe delete this because that's not accurate. And I try to be as accurate as I can. Mortgage, I paid that today. It's $1,059. That's already been paid. Internet is on a auto payment schedule, but that is $49.99. I think I talked about it recently, how that was up to $65 a month, but I was able to use a service called Bill Shark. No, this video is not sponsored by them, but they did help me get my monthly internet bill reduced back down to $50 a month. The other thing is the water bill, which that will be due this month. It's billed bi-monthly, so every other month, and I didn't have to pay it last month, so I'm assuming it's going to be due this month. I have not received notice of how much that is going to be yet. Car insurance is $107. That's pretty consistent. The next big change actually here is going to be with my phone bill. I mentioned I got a new phone, which you might be thinking, oh, that means this phone bill is going to go up. Not so. I won't go into all the details of our plan through Verizon, but it's an older plan, so we don't get all the promotions that come with newer plans. I tried to talk to my aunt about this recently, but we'll see how that works out. Basically, long story short, we were paying more a month for our phone bills because my wife's phone, she has like an iPhone 11 or 12, I don't know. It's probably a 12. But that was still in the finance process, which there's no interest on it, so there's not really an incentive, I guess, to pay it off early. But we were still in the finance process for that phone. So when I went to get my phone, I paid off her phone, so that one's done away with. So then it just leaves the monthly amount, the monthly payment for the service, plus my line for service. And I was able to put down like a down payment, I guess, for my phone. If we had a newer plan, I could simply just trade in my old phone and I wouldn't have any monthly payment for a phone. But I don't dictate that where I'm on a family plan, so I don't get to control that. So unfortunately, my phone, which I traded in, which would have been worth like $800, it wasn't. It was only worth $350. So that meant there's still an outstanding amount of $800 minus $350, which that then changed my monthly phone payment to $9 a month. It was $24 a month according to the sales rep there. So I was paying $20 per both our lines and then $24 for her line or something like that. It worked out somewhere around there. Anyway, it somehow equaled out to $101. But she said that my bill should be drastically reduced now. So I'll have to coordinate with my aunt to see what that's going to be because I don't know yet. But that will be, it should be less than $100. So I'm going to kind of just put 0 for right now. That will change though. Student loans, nothing new there. I contribute $3,000 towards save payments each month. The electric bill, I did get notice of what that's going to be this month. It is $124, which is still more than it was last year, but it's not like $200+ what I've been seeing the last few months because that's ridiculous. So it's good to see that has dropped down a little bit. Groceries, we budget for $250 worth of groceries, which isn't enough anymore. It's not enough, and we aren't like crazy with grocery spending. We buy bare minimum. We stay away from brand. We don't buy anything that we won't use. We buy like the bare necessities and then try to make those last as long as possible. And $250 isn't enough anymore. It was like 1 to 2 years ago. When I could budget like $150 or $180 a month, and it's not. It's almost $100 more. And I know that number for me, that seems high for me, but I know a lot of other people who budget and post their videos and that I watch, that's a very low number compared to the amount of drastic price increase that they've had to, I guess, shell out for groceries each month. So it's crazy. Crazy times. Amazon Prime still $15. Thank you. And gas, I'm going to leave it at $2.50. That's one of those categories that I keep forgetting at the end of the month to go back and look at to see how much I actually spent. I buy gas at least once a week. It's like $4.89 around here. I saw one place today that said $4.75. But the average price is like $4.89. It was $4.99 last week. Anyway, you guys can see that leaves me with a total expenses for the month of July of $5,081.99. And if we didn't have that extra side hustle income, you guys can probably tell and do some quick math that I would be right around $1,000 short. So I am thankful that I have my side hustle income coming in this month. That will help out with meeting the expenses and the bills that will be due, and also with contributing towards my student loan. In fact, if you guys look, if that $3,000 wasn't there for my student loans, this would be a whole different story. I'd have expenses around $2,000, and this would be a different budgeting story. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there someday. It's a slow process, but I'm headed in the right direction. Let me know down in the comments if you like this format, if you like the different angle change here on the camera, if you like me doing it on my phone versus the PC, if you rather have me in the little bubble, if you'd rather have me not at all, if you'd rather have half of me, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.